I do hope you all had a fun weekend. Okay, I see we have two new faces here as a trial candidate. Yeah, welcome. I hope you guys will have a good experience here and hopefully will onboard as an intern too. Okay, today I'm Zaki, going to be the chair for this Scrum. I will get some help from Aldrey as a secretary and Marizal as a recorder for the Scrum. Okay, before we start, I'd like to tell you guys about today's Scrum structure or flow. Okay, first off, I think we will start with the quick updates of the partnership SLA and move on to the review to last week priority. And then we will move to review the updates from the partnership campaigns. And lastly, we will go to the threads on the discussion papers. Okay, is there any objections or are we clear on this? Okay, if not, then okay, let's just start. Yeah. Okay, Mas, can you open the Trello first, Mas? Let's do the quick
Okay,
updates for
Trello
the
first, yeah.
SLA first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, because I'm recording and sharing the screen, so it's a little bit slow on my machine. But
Perhaps
okay.
if it's slow, perhaps I can share the screen, Mas. If it's
Oh, I'm
okay.
afraid, Zaki, because your internet is a little bit poor, right? So we don't want to miss your connection, basically.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's all good.
Okay then. Okay, let's move. Start with the first SLA brand awareness from Mas Gani. Please share us your update, Mas.
Okay, Zaki, thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. So for the
Morning.
first SLA, but the awareness SLA last week, actually we got 5 MQL that is from online canvassing. I think just that from me. Back to Zaki.
Okay, 5 MQL from online canvassing, ya, Mas.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's an improvement from last week, ya, Mas, ya.
Yes, absolutely. Last week we got the 0 MQL, but last 2 weeks, yeah, last 2 weeks we got 0 MQL, but last week we improved on the system, on the conversion skill set, and then we able to convert 5 MQL. Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Kudos to online canvassing team. Okay, this is a quick updates. Perhaps let's move on to the next SLA, Mas. Let's do meetings. Okay, perhaps Mas Gani, do you also have any visibility in this SLA? Nope.
Nope, Zaki.
Okay. Oh, ada Mawayan. Mawayan, do you have any visibility in this SLA? If yes, please give us your
Okay,
updates.
that's for the meeting to pitching. Yes, as you can see the newest update in there. So there is two more new, first meeting and then two new second meeting.
So basically, for the conversion from the first meeting to pitching itu sebetulnya 100%, but we haven't finished the pitching for the one leads because the owner hasn't have any enough time, so we postponed. But actually, the pitching has already happened to all the 3 leads, but one of them still not finished. So I only input 2 pitchings in the card.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, basically we convert 100% ya, berarti from first meeting to pitching. Okay, then thank you for the updates, Moana and Nadine. Okay, and then move on to the last SLA, ya, conversion meetings to deal. Is there any updates on this, Mo?
Yeah, new sign, basically total MOU sign until today is 7. So 1 new last week. Yeah, that's my update.
For Wisnu Lumbung.
Oh, okay. So from the last week there are one new sign. Okay,
Okay,
okay, Mas
so
Gani.
for July we got seven
Seven
MOU sign.
already. Seven.
Congratulations, guys!
Catch up,
Yeah,
catch up from last week. Good job, everyone.
nice.
Congrats.
Congrats,
Congratulations, yes.
Mantap, mantap.
congrats, team. Congrats. Thank you, Moana and Nadine for the updates. Thank you, Mas Gani, for recognizing the achievements. Okay, that's great. Seven signings for this month, yeah. Okay, congrats. Okay, I think the updates is done. Okay, Mas Rizal, can you please move to the discussion paper to see the last week's priority? Okay, perhaps you could zoom in a little, Mas.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, is that already
Yep.
in?
Okay. Perhaps if you guys cannot see the screen, you could also open the paper by yourself. Okay. Move up, scroll up a little bit, Mas.
Oh, sorry.
The
Oh, yeah.
priorities updates.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so from last week we have 4 points of priorities across two campaigns, so from online canvassing and website. Online canvassing and website campaign. So I will just read the priority here, and we will discuss it more while discussing on the partnership campaigns Relo. So for the online canvassing from last week, Nadine, Wayana, Jing, and Kayla have some discussion regarding conversion and better pitch, so to transform partners. And then Mas Gani also talks about online canvassing flows and how it affects number of MQLs for the website campaign. We have Pinterest campaign, for traffic for MMP. And then lastly from Erico, it's about volunteer for a live chat project and then improvement of MMP page. Okay, we will talk more about the updates while we get back to the Trello, Mas Rizal. Okay, please get back to the Trello card. Yes, we start from the uppermost partnership campaign, the online canvassing campaign. Okay, I see. Mas Rizal, sorry. Mas Gani, I think you mentioned about there's a new flow in this online canvassing campaign, yeah? Could you share with us what is the discovery?
Okay, so the changes the flow, yeah. Okay, so basically, the previous flow it's canvasser bring content and we uh, evaluated is it MQL or not. Okay, so previous flow is the evaluation of MQL in the front upper funnel, but now we change a little bit. So right now is canvasser bring leads. Leads mean that properties owner task that interested to us to approach her. So we are not just finding the property name, the location, the numbers, not only that, but also we ask, we directly approach to the contact. Hey, are you interested on the property manager, something like that. So we from very beginning we already filtered that contacts that we only bring to canvasser that leads contact that interested to us, which is that's all leads. So for in the upper funnel is already filtered, yeah. And then the second is approacher convert those leads into first meeting. And after that is if the leads qualified based on properties and owners personal evaluation after first meeting, that it's become MQL. So we put the term of MQL in the middle funnel after first meeting with approacher. This cause in the upper funnel maybe the number of the number of conversion the number of leads a little bit what's called a little bit little, but the result is in the bottom funnel the conversion is pretty good. uh, Maybe uh, Nadine would like to recall from that. Yeah, I think just that the changing of law. And one more thing that last week on the online Canvas round we have decided that okay, now the SLA is a little bit changes. Previously, we set eight 8 MQL per week, but since last week we changed into 5 first meeting in a week. And it the breakdown is every canvasser has to find 2 property owners contact every day. So yeah, I think just that the changes of the SLA, you guys could see on the card description of yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is that all, Mas?
Yes, I think that's it. And the rest of update is you can see on the Trello activity.
Thank you, Mas Gani. Yeah. Yeah, I think about this new flow, it's already been implemented since last week, yeah,
Yep,
with the
yep.
online canvassing team. So perhaps this is just the quick updates for the rest of the team to know new flows in our online canvassing.
Correct.
Okay, thank you so much, Mas Gani. Does anyone have any questions regarding this new flow? Okay,
Zaki?
Mas Rizal.
Yep, a question to Mas Gani or maybe other member also. Um, since we basically change, yeah, the what is called the structure of the funnel, like the first is contact and then the second is first meeting and the third is MQL. And should we change the SLA? I mean, the current SLA is MQL, right? And basically MQL is on the very in the middle, but of the online campaign itself is, I think I prefer to the SLA might be first meeting number because it's very close with the canvasser point of view. So yeah, that's my question. Back to Mr. Chan.
Okay, over to Mas Gani.
Yes, absolutely agree with Mas Rizal. So if you, Mas Rizal, please scroll up a little bit. Actually, I already add the on as you can see on the SLA on the April, our SLA is 8 MQL generated per week, right? But on since start on July, our SLA is 5 first meeting per week. Does that sounds make sense or not? Everyone have a question, maybe? All good?
Okay. Does anyone still have any question? Or Mas Rizal, is that clear enough for you?
Yep, all good for me.
Zaki, I'd like to add a little bit. So adding to what Rizal just said and Gani just reinforced, this is some experience that we had actually in the HR side as well. We created SLAs for all the intermediate layers, right? So let's say, for example, you want to achieve 5 meetings a week. If you want to achieve 5 meetings a week, how many contacts do you need to get? How many approaches do you need to get? And that, what it does is it creates kind of like a every level of within this particular campaign has an expectation of what they need to be able to deliver. It helps also if you want to delegate, let's say, to different people. Okay, so you say, all right, overall the campaign manager is delivering 5 meetings a week, but I have an assistant here who's working on the approach or the contact or whatever it might be. Your goal is to get delivered this many a week. So everybody then has a goal. That has been really helpful actually in HR for transforming a lot of the outreach campaigns, because before people are just looking at the end goal and they might not know how much they need to press at the top levels to get to that. So that's just a tip, right? And then you can make that by week. And then everyone can review at the end of the week, did they actually achieve their goal? And you'll know if somebody didn't achieve, you'll see that red spot there. Oh, okay, that's where the funnel broke down, right? And that's why we didn't get our end result. So that's just a cross-pollination of best practices. I'll pass it over to Zaki again.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. So, yeah, perhaps Mas Gani could, I don't know, define some intermediate SLA for perhaps to, just like Mr. Jing said, as like perhaps the number of contacts per week or number of, I don't know, leads per week. Yeah, Mas, yeah. Okay, then is there anyone that want to add something or have a question regarding this campaign? Okay, Okay.
Zaki, I think I have another question. Basically, it is like a more visibility on um, last ideas that from Jing, Kaila, and Wayana Nadine pairing. Sir, can you give us the update regarding the technique of the new ideas, basically?
Yes, I was going there, but thank you, Mas Rizal.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. So basically, what we've created is a framework. I think Kyla can share that with everybody later, right? So we've decided that let's make pitches simpler. Okay. So there's essentially 5 stages of creating a pitch. There's, I think, the let me take a look at it. But anyways, actually, at this level, we don't need to get into the details. What we're going to do is we're going to create essentially what do you call scripts, personalized scripts for each persona that we might come across in our marketing. So there's going to be people who have existing, let's say, management. There's going to be people who are foreigners that have a private property. So there'll be all these like personas, or in I think the words of marketing right now, it's called category of owner. So we have 5 stages to approach each particular category. And in those stages, we have developed questions and rebuttals and follow-up questions and things like that to really move a discussion to a close. I think that will improve the success rate. So think of it as landing page optimization, but for a pitch, right? How do you optimize the pitch so that it flows through and it gets you that deal at the end? If anybody has seen Wolf of Wall Street, it's kind of like the idea that they explored there, but without the immorality part. Yeah, let's just say it's the idea of that, but without the debauchery. So that's essentially what we're working on that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. So yeah, so perhaps right now it's not good to go over the details, so you guys can check the paper for yourself by yourself. Okay, then because of the time, I think, does anyone have any other question regarding this campaign? Okay, if not, then I think we managed to cross the last 2 priorities from last week. Yeah, from the this is a I know. Wait, yeah, the online canvassing flow and the discussion between Mr. Jing and the BD team. Okay, and then we can move on, Mas, to the next card.
Okay. Still waiting. Zaki, wait.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Issues.
aduh.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, Mas.
Here.
Ah, okay. It's website campaign, yeah, and the campaign manager. I think it's you or Erico. Perhaps you could give us the update, Mas, regarding this campaign.
Okay, thank you, Zaki, for the time. So for the first priority is basically Pinterest awareness, right? So as our last discussion, we want to create best practices, but the last update for the Pinterest awareness is we want to uh, break down. We want the priority is we want to break down the content into 3 stages. The first one is uh, architecture or design inspirational content, and the second is um, informative content basically, and the third is hard selling, which is we direct the content to mmp page. Basically these 3 type of content is we want to see the pattern of the timing, yeah, for the timing itself. So for example in this week, sorry, in this month is sorry, basically in each month there's a different purpose of or um, different goal for each audience basically. So we want to create a pattern of this month, for example. So what is the priority of this month, for example ppkm issue or lockdown issue that will be affect property management business, for example. That's the content itself, and we want to see which post of these 3 type of post is get a better performance from the awareness on the Pinterest itself. That's the update for the Pinterest. And the second is I believe from apa namanya the pivot of the campaign itself. Yeah, I will give the floor to Eriko to basically give the update. Over to Eriko.
Perhaps wait a bit, Mas.
Hmm?
Regarding
Yeah,
your
yeah.
Pinterest initiative, do you
Hmm.
receive any promising results yet from what you did, content strategy?
Okay. I will give the explanation to Christabel. Yeah. I believe Christabel is here. Is Christabel
Yes,
here?
I'm here.
Okay, Christabel, over to you.
Actually, from the last, so I just implemented the content planning for only 5 days, and it hasn't been showing progress yet, but we should continue for another 1 week so that we can see the result because um, Pinterest really does show results in a couple of days or weeks like that. So we have to see after this. But there is an increase in impressions and engagement, but that's from our past weeks. So from the unique architectural uh, materials or content. Yeah, that's for me.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, for the conclusion, I think this Pinterest campaign is worth continuing, and you will continue with your plan, yeah, Bill. Okay, perhaps perhaps Mas Rizal want to give the floor to Eriko tadi ya.
Yep. For the next apa namanya prioritization, Zaki. Yeah, for
Okay,
Eriko maybe.
over to Eriko. Perhaps you would like to share your updates on your work.
Yes, thank you, Rizawa and Zaki. So, for the update, if you were to scroll down, yes, to the funnel update. So basically, there's an overall increase in the overall web traffic, about 40% from this week as compared to last week. And if you want to take a look at the comparison graph from week to week, it is attached below as well. So noticeably, Google's organic traffic has an increase by about like 17 to 18%, and Instagram traffic is also seen to increase, but Instagram is quite marginal. But definitely there's an improvement from Instagram's traffic. And continuing on from the pin interest, which was discussed earlier, pin in traffic from pin interest, which landed on to the MMP page, is currently is down by about 35%, somewhere around there. But that is an entire week statistic, so we have to observe next week when Christabel's campaign is step up more, that we are able to see more accurate statistics. Okay, and that is all for the funnel update. So I will then update about the MMP page. So so to the action points thing. So for the action points, what I did on Saturday was to add some valued qualities by partners. So that is namely the zero management fee, as well as the transparency value, which are highly partnered by highly valued by Bukit Vista's partners. And so that is already done, and the change are reflected on the website, but the statistics is way too marginal. It's about 3 to 5 only to gain any substantial insight on it. So we'll have to wait and see. But I had a discussion with Nadia regarding these new changes made on the page, and one of the frictions that we found is that there's actually uh, quite some friction between the UI UX team as well as marketing goals. So if I were to illustrate, one of the example would be how in marketing we actually want to push across more images to send our message across straight away. But in the UI UX team, what they're concerned about is user experience. So what is happening is that when I put the images on the screen, what's happening on the UI UX team is that they are concerned with site processing. So actually they did a test on the on mobile phones and on desktop to see what is the loading page time and everything. And it turns out that all these images are slowing down the processing time and deterring people from visiting the page. So this is something that I have to work out with Nadia, and am still working with her. So I will update along the way next week and along the way as well. So for my next actions, I will continue measuring the user retention on the MMP page based on these new changes, and it will be updated along the way, because all these are in discussion with Nadia. And also, other than that, we realized that more people are sorry, not more people, that actually between website and desktop, for desktop, people who access the MMP page through desktop are actually spending double the time as compared to people who access our MMP page through the phone. So for phone is about 2 minutes, for website is about 4 minutes to nearing 5 minutes. So we are trying to see whether or not like to strike a healthy balance between between the site processing time, between the information, and between the time that people spend on the page, whether or not we can actually omit some details on the phone but show on the desktop, and basically we have to observe how this works. So my next action will be discovering that, as well as changing some things like custom CTA buttons and etc. So all this I will update next week and along the way when more insights are made. So that's all from me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Eriko, for your updates. It's very thorough and superb, yeah, if Mr. Jing would like to say. Okay. Does anyone have anything to say about this campaign first? Okay. Okay.
Zaki, Mas Gani first.
Let's get it first. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Zaki. Maybe just a little question. So, how do you guys record all of these experiments? Is it on the paper, or where we can see the changes every week? So, how many? Yeah, I just asked about the record.
Okay, for the changes, we will update. I will update it on the on my MMP page. The MMP card under my list. That is also already attached to this card. Yeah. So some of, because the changes can't be done on the marketing side alone, it has we have to get the results from the UI UX team as well. So Nadia has told me that she will let me know of some of the first updates on this Wednesday, alongside some of my, because previously I talked about having a live chat feature, right? So I actually approached Nadia as well. She's discussing with the UI UX team to know more about basically of chat. They are studying what kind of chat they should choose now. So all this technical stuff, I'm waiting for them, and we'll bake along. Once I receive from them, I'll update in our marketing side as well.
Good. Okay. Thank you, Eriko.
Thank you, Eriko, for the explanation. Mas Rizal, do you want to say something?
Okay. I want to ask to Erico basically. It is related to awareness. So as we can see, is the Google Organic is the currently the best source of generating traffic. And also, I believe the last leads, which is Casatoda, is on the verbally agree stage, uh, which mean SEO or organic traffic is the best source so far. Question to Erico. Do we set also prioritization on the awareness part basically, or should we have a prioritization on the SEO organic, because this funnel is, or this channel basically generating the best results so far.
Okay,
Actually, I'm of
Eriko.
yes. Actually, I'm of the opinion that that looking at the stats, definitely we are showing we can look at where we should focus our efforts more on. But I think that that doesn't mean that we should neglect other parts as well, because it is not like a user will visit Google and won't visit, like, say example, Instagram, which is not showing as much traffic, and all these are all tied hand in hand. So may the same user may visit across multiple websites before deciding or not they want to land on our landing page. So I think that all are equally as important.
Okay, understood. Okay, back to Zaki then.
Okay. Thank you, Mas Rizal. Okay. I think the time is running thin, so perhaps we should move on to the next campaign. Yeah, if there's anyone that want to ask something, you could ask Eriko outside of this scrum. Okay, let's move on, Mas Rizal.
Okay, sorry. Wait. Yeah.
Okay, it's the freelance canvasser for getting leads from you, yeah. Okay, please give us your
Yeah.
update.
Okay, thank you, Zaki. So for the this card is basically there's no change that applied, but for the action points is integration pairing, basically from Nadine with the Bali canvasser Ali, and the current performance basically some of the leads are generated, and it's no resulted to MQL or first meeting scheduled, but it is on the process, on the progress. And then currently the recruitment for the freelancer is paused because there is no significant performance from the freelancer itself. And from the previous field marketing candidate is dismissed because the people is not attend to basically the first pairing with chapter lead. And yeah, basically for the next action is run the program as it is, which mean we still give the feedback and give the guidance to the converser if they need pairing basically. Yep, I think just that the update, Zaki.
Okay, does anyone have something to say about this campaign? Okay. Nobody? Okay. Okay, I think some of the leads are generated from Ali. Ali is the Bali canvasser ya, Mas Rizal?
Yep.
Okay, so okay, it's actually an improvement, right? Because last week he or she did not get any results.
The result is only leads, Zaki, but basically first meeting is not scheduled yet, I believe. But yeah, because on the but I don't know. Maybe Nadia can give. Sorry, maybe Nadine can give. If still here, Nadine can give the update of the pairing process previously, Nadine.
Nadine lagi ada meeting. Pertanyaannya apa, Rizal?
Is there any update regarding the previous pairing from between Nadine and Ali?
Oh, I don't have visibility on that, so better you take her personally.
Yeah.
So she's in the.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I will. I'll write down the Zaki's question regarding what is the ini ya pairing update ya.
Yep. Okay then. Okay. Does anyone still have any questions or something to say about this campaign? Okay, I think not. Yeah. Okay, then I think we can move on, Mas, after you post the
Wait.
comments.
Okay, let's move. Yeah. Here, Zaki.
Okay, it's the last campaign. It's the Google My Business. Yeah, maybe Mas Gani will help us with the updates.
Thank you, Zaki. Okay, so for the Google My Business, the update from last week is we got 4 reviews, 3 from property partners, which is a good review, and one bad review is from guests. Another thing is we got two messages, but it's all from guests. They are looking for accommodation. And the third is actually there are some sort of spike in the 12th July. We got 6 visitors to the website. I think it's because we post the content about community engagement and vaccine update. So I believe those two type of content is attracting people to click on the link. And the last thing is I just created a pin location for Villa Namaskara, so it's hopefully can uh, improve our increase our awareness. Yeah, I think just that, Zaki.
Okay, but I saw that this campaign still yet to produce results ya mas, leads or MQL ya.
Yep, not yet.
Okay. Is there any plan from you or Asa to work on that mas? Or still just focusing on the awareness part?
Um, Currently, I'm still focusing on awareness part, but yeah, the rest is I believe ASA have a better visibility on the strategy as well.
Okay, okay. I also saw some comments from Eriko ya, from some good insights. Perhaps you could do some pairing with her. Perhaps she could join you and Asa to help improve this campaign. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, thank you, Zaki, for noticing. Yep, yeah, I saw that Eriko a lot of times giving a good insight. Yeah, thank you very much, Eriko. And yep.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Eriko. Thank you, Mas Gani. Okay, then. Does anyone have any questions about this campaign? Okay. If there's none, yep, I think we're done here, ya, Mas. We could move to the discussion paper to see what topics the people are posting. Okay, so okay, for the last week priority, I think we have checked it all. Yeah, everyone has gave their update, so we could scroll down and start discussing about threads. Could scroll
Um,
down, Mas.
wait, my screen is freezing, Zaki.
It's okay.
Aduh. Yeah, I think the paper is a little bit ini apa heavy to load the content itself, so it's not responding page from my side. Okay.
Okay, I
Maybe
think Mas
from
Gani.
other. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mas Gani, can you scroll down, Mas? Let's start from the most bottom. Yeah, scroll down again. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the first thread that was posted after our last week's Scrum. But it's the awareness idea sync up, so I don't think it needs to be discussed here because we have our own session after this Scrum. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on then. Let's scroll up a
Oh,
bit.
Zaki, could I stop you for a second there? That
Okay.
actually looks pretty interesting. So, awareness idea generation sync up, yeah? Is that an actual sync up, Gunny, or is this just a virtual sync up?
Yes, that's the virtual sync up was initiated by Mas Bayu and then continuing by Mas Rizal, and then I have a chance to leading the various idea sync up there.
Amazing.
So,
Can I ask how often does this happen?
often this happen once a week, every Monday.
Oh, okay. So every Monday we'll have a new awareness idea sync up, yeah?
Yeah, it's just half an hour, just brainstorming, yeah, talking.
That's great. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ding, for asking. Yeah. Okay. If anyone, I think this is not to be discussed here, but if anyone have some idea regarding the awareness in the partnership funnel, you guys could ask select Mas Gani or Mas Rizal to join our weekly sync up ya. Okay, the next thread I think is from Mas Bayu. Mas Bayu, do you have anything to discuss regarding this thread, Mas?
Actually, not yet. So basically, what happening is right now, everything is done related to Airtable and is tested with the online canvassing. So you guys, if you are working with online canvassing, you already using that, right? Basically, there's another problem here that I write it down. So basically, the documentation is right now separated on paper, and it will be difficult to read documentation and go back to the Airtable again. And then sometimes the Airtable is same like Trello and Google Sheet. Actually, if you don't know where to look, it will be a little bit confusing. So we are currently looking for an alternative to have the documentation in one place, just like everything in one place, basically. So currently we are looking at Notion, and Andreas and Bella is looking into that. So basically, this is like paper, Trello, and database in one place. So we are hoping you don't need to read documentation anymore. So you just go to Notion and then read the explanation, and just below the explanation, that's the database and the table that you can just directly working on. So that is the update for this project, Zaki.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the updates, Mas Bayu. I think it's cool, yeah. It's a long shot plan to integrate all of our work stuffs in one platform, yeah. Okay, I think Mr. Jing open the mic first, yeah.
Okay, a quick one, but are we replacing Airtable with Notion now?
We are testing it first. We don't want to move everything because it started. People are started using Airtable, right? But yeah, we have a drawback right there. So we keep the option open, basically.
Okay, so double innovation. One, two. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah. It will be decided by this week, which platform that it's better for everyone. Especially the concern is this: Andreas and Bella have a learning curve to use Airtable, right? So they can handle that because they focus on that, but we don't want to give this burden to everyone else basically when using this platform. So we are looking for a way just to consume and just to use the tool rather than think about database structure and other things like that.
Okay.
Back to Zaki.
Yep, thank you, Mas Bayu, for the explanation. Mas Gani, do you want to ask something? You raise your hand.
No. Same question with Mr. Jing. So yeah, we because we already use Airtable for online canvassing, right? So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Thank you, Mas Gani. Okay. I think for this one, Mas Bayu, do you think we should make this as the this week's priority, Mas?
Not yet, Zaki. This is a small scope research. We just want to make sure that it works on the online canvassing. If maybe, by this week, this is our plan. By this week, we will have the conclusion, and if it's good, then we will spread this to other part as well, like BD and also community as well. So will be priority for Andreas actually, but for everyone else, please keep using it, and then please try to find the drawbacks or the weaknesses of this new tool.
Okay. Okay then. Okay, thank you, Mas Bayu. Okay. Okay then. Yeah, perhaps we could move on to the next thread, Mas. Yeah. Okay, this is actually from you. Perhaps you would like to explain it first, Mas Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Zaki, for the time. So basically, I want to propose to restructure the marketing SLA manager and also marketing campaign champion. Basically, still a proposal, but I want to. So the purpose or the objective of restructure it is basically The first one is I want to um, increase the productivity basically, because currently on the marketing side is we are on the two of the user funnel, which is partnership and also guest funnel, which can be it will make us more uh, more time to think basically to generate idea or to do execution. It is also like the Mas Bayu's previous explanation regarding contextual switching, which can be killing the productivity. And basically, I want to remove that by focusing each person into one user funnel. The other thing is the second objective or the second purpose is basically I want to integrate of each idea of each person. For example, like Aldrey that he currently working on YouTube SEO. Basically, he can floor his idea or integrate his idea into Pinterest, in Pinterest keyword or with work with Erico basically. So the keyword of that month or that a particular time can be same on and can be integrated with another person. That's the basically the two of the objective of why we want to restructure the apa namanya the manager itself. And then yeah, basically I already have pairing with Zaki, with Erico and Aldre that proxied by Mas Gani. Basically the person is agree, and yeah, basically that I work on that the things or the campaign that I wrote in here is the priority campaign. So like MVP campaign is not written here. It because the MVP campaign or the low priority campaign is basically is on MVP, and basically it is have a low budget or low effort. So I think that's secondary. But I don't know if you have any idea how to write the or how to document the MVP campaign. Please share your idea. I think that's my idea, and yeah, I already discussed it with Vidya also. Vidya is here, and yeah, basically that's our pivot, yeah, Vidya, to basically improve the productivity, same as revenue campaign, because in revenue campaign is the person is very productive and basically giving a new idea of each week. I think that's for me. Maybe Vidya can give additional thoughts or information. Over to you, our CEO.
Ui, Vidi. Okay, do you have anything to say? Go.
Hi guys, I'm just visiting. Maybe I'll tend to more like respond as opposed to give in new thing, because previously already been discussed by already introduced by Rizal.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone have some opinion or anything to comments on this new structure proposed by Mas Rizal? Anyone? Okay. Okay. From the
Right,
comments.
maybe if there are no one speaking, actually, I want to ask, for example, Aldre, what does this mean actually? Can you explain to me?
I think for me, the way I understand it is one person is given like a specific task.
Mhm.
So there will be more focus on the more focus and responsibility. So that's it. That's how I understand.
I see.
This.
So it's also very measured, right? Because they are focusing on for example, I don't know, like the Facebook campaign in the partnership funnel. So all the performance are tied to them, basically, right? Like an SLA. So what do you guys think about this actually? Yeah. Why not speaking?
I have a comment actually. So probably the diagram should it's not only like this. Yeah, there's a follow up on the right part, because for example, like online canvassing, there's one person or like Asa or Aldri, right? But actually, there will be more people there, so
Oh
it
yeah,
means
of
that
course.
Aldri would be leading the group.
Yep,
It
correct.
doesn't mean that Aldri will only
Do it
work
alone.
themselves and report to Rizal. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's I don't know what's the relationship like the many to many thing, one to many thing. The diagram I think Jing have between two. There's a I don't know what's that called. I forgot.
The org chart with the layers of the onion.
No. The
The
one that
stars, hub and spot, something like that.
yeah
Oh,
hub,
oh yeah.
yeah,
Hub and spot.
and then there's another one, right, which is
Network.
like yeah like a network. So it will be in reality it will be like a network. Like let's say for example with website campaign here is Erico is working on that, but in reality Erico is working with different people to support the website campaign. So yeah, just to make sure that everyone that's assigned here understand that you're
Yes.
not going to work just by yourself like that.
Okay. Okay, gimana kok?
Oh yeah, that's correct. So just to add a little bit, the point is also to have maybe, for example, people in the marketing chapter. They like for example for partnership, we have Asa, we have Aldre, Erico, Carizal, right? So they will deal with the content requests related to partnership, and all their campaigns will work together, but they will have like one person who drive the campaign itself, and the SLA is tied to them. This will prevent, like, for example, you have to think about partnership, and then in an hour you have to think about guests, so you can get accustomed to the profile and also like the idea of your audience. And why do we have a chapter is because we want to be able to share this fundamental skill. So the marketing, digital marketing for guests and also partner will have the same technical fundamental, like hashtags, like what kind of platform is hit right now. Can it be like migrated from one guest funnel, from one funnel to user funnel to another user funnel, something like that. So yes, this is actually inspired by yesterday, like Instagram, right? I think Christabel is working with Alif on the new reels, something like that, right? And then they figure out that there are some hashtags that can be used, and then they share it to the maybe like the Facebook or maybe website to like boost the SEO even more. And then maybe when you go back to marketing chapter, you can share it with the partnership side. Okay, so this is the hashtags that we found working for the partner for the guest funnel. So the fundamental is still the same, but the focus will this will lead to a more generation of more ideas within each of the focus.
Okay, thank you, Mas Vidi. Mas Vidi, Vidi. Okay then. I think this one already has the conclusion written here on the rightmost column. Okay, Mas Rizal. Wait. Mas Jing opened his mic.
Sure. Rizal, this is good. I think you're beginning to think strategically in your planning structure. So this is what we expect leaders to think about. To improve it, I think also, have you seen the organization chart of the company, actually, Rizal? It looks like an onion, like with many, many layers, right? I've always thought that Bukit Vista, actually, when you start thinking about roles, it looks like slices, right, of the big pie. So certain people are going to be like wide, right? They're going to work across maybe the entire funnel or across different projects. Certain people are going to be more narrow. They follow a particular user journey. So I think how you want to plot that out, if you want to represent it visually, you can represent it actually on that org chart, and that will allow us to see where the overlaps might be and what you would like to do with that. I'm going to ask Jenna to send you the org chart, Rizal, so you can take a look and see how you would want to plan that on the chart. But yeah, I think the intention is pretty good, actually, to think about how to get the best of your team's resources.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. G. Okay, I think we are out of time, yeah, but we still have one more threads to go. I propose to extend 5 more minutes. If that's okay, please give some thumbs up in the chat section. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's go to Mas Bayu. Mas, can you please explain your threads on this?
Oh yeah, this is an update from the HR activity in marketing, basically. Basically, whenever we have a new member of the team, the interns, the old system is that we were having discussion on the paper, but that's usually very personal between the chapter leader and also the candidate itself, or the person itself, and no one else actually learned from that session and from the observation. So I'm actually inspired from VD on having the onboarding checklist on Trello. Then I try to move all of the checklists that the candidate need to do, and create this into a campaign. So usually a new intern or new employee, they don't have any campaign that they do, right? And then they confuse, what should I do, which campaign that I need to join. So instead of confused with that, so this will be the first campaign that they are assigned, and this needs to be delivered within 1 month, the first month that they are here. So this campaign, it's called novice campaign, basically. So novice is basically if you are part of the team but you don't have the complete context of the knowledge. So this new onboarded person will be assigned to this campaign that they need to manage themselves and deliver the result during their first month. And then it can be used to track progress of their learning, because they need to check the checklist, right, and then write their progress. Um, yeah, that's because the current paper report is rarely evaluated, actually. And then this could set the expectation, what they need to understand, especially as an employee, what is the basic standard, basically. And then the last one is to exercise the written communication. So yeah, that's the goal with this. Let me see. Is there any question actually about this, or is there any missing thing about this method?
Okay, Mr. J.
This is great. Everybody here, listen. And so, everybody who experiences Bukit Vista is actually experiencing employee transformation services. And these are things like learning how to do an all hands, learning how to fill out your personal update, Scrum culture, Feynman method, Socratic method, all these different things, right? So believe it or not, there's a collection of all these services in the HR Trello board, and we're thinking about how to administer this. I think this is actually a really innovative employee transformation service. And I'd like to actually scale this out to other chapters as well, because I think this is really good. It gets people kind of immediately into this idea of doing projects and relying on projects and thinking about projects, including their own onboarding as a project, right? So that's strong. And yes, I do agree the transition from Trello to paper to Trello is a strong transition. My only question is maybe about the pairing part, right? Can the pairing part be more about an evaluation about how much the person has understood rather than teaching? Because I realized, I think we're all who've been mentors here for a while, we're getting kind of a little bit tired on teaching things over and over again, right? I feel like we're professors. So is the pairing part more to evaluate the understanding, or is it to do the activity together by you?
In this stage, actually, this is more into getting to know each other to do pairing. But in the future, if we have those recording of pairing, then what we can do is something like that. So the task is no longer the pairing, but to explain about the branding guideline in 2 minutes during this marketing scrum, for example. But right now we don't have the source to learn, self-learn about what happened during pairing, basically, because pairing is very personal experience, right? One person with the others will be different, and sometimes the spontaneous question also is pretty valuable during pairing. So Yeah, I think that's the initial stage, but definitely this could be improved later.
Okay, I have a tip for you there. We've done this a few times in HR. So I record the best pairing session. I record every pairing session I have over a particular topic. Maybe it's talking about SLAs and KPIs. I find the best one, and then I just ask people to watch it. And then later, I use the Feynman method to ask them to teach me what this particular topic is. So the student watches it, and then they teach it back. And then you can kind of understand how well the person. But okay, anyways, that's a separate thing. But this is good. This is good. This is really valuable. Yeah.
Okay. Okay then. I think okay. Yeah, guys. If you have any thoughts on this or tips that you want to give to Mas Bayu regarding this particular thing, please write down your thoughts on this paper because we are out of time. Okay. For the I think this. Okay, Mas Bayu will continue to improve on this ya, Mas berarti. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. The conclusion is actually we will implement this starting from now.
Okay, starting from now. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps Reza and ini will implement. Okay, Mr. Jin.
One last thing. Where can I find the card for this, Bayu?
What is it? Thing?
How can I? Do you have the? Could you paste the link to this card on the discussion paper, and then I can take a look at it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sure.
Thank you.
Okay then. Okay, that's the last thread of today's Scrum. Okay, I think we are also running out of time. Okay, I think, does anyone have anything to add or to say that needs to be discussed? Please write down on this discussion management paper. Okay. I think for the next week's priority and future, I will announce it asynchronously through the Slack channel. Okay, I think that's all. I'll also drop the link for feedbacks of my sharing experience there. So please fill in your feedbacks, guys. I really appreciate it if you guys give me some feedbacks. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you guys for attending this Scrums. Hopefully this will bring inspire delight lah ya. Okay, thank you guys and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, Zaki,
Thank you,
hosting.
Zaki, for hosting.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Everyone, have a good day.
Bye.